Good afternoon, all of you. So today let us continue with our sixth chapter, changes around us. Okay. So in the previous part of this chapter, we have studied many things related to changes. We had studied activity 1, where we were blowing a balloon and releasing it. Similarly, activity 2, we made a plane and we again got the folded paper back, right? Activity 3, making a dove ball. Activity 4, we took the same balloon and we bursted it. Activity 5, we took a paper and we cut out an aeroplane. And in activity 6, we made a roti and we tried to get the dove ball. Okay, so we studied some changes that were reversible and some changes that were not reversible. So today let us further continue with some sort of changes around us, right? Today we'll be studying about what are the uses of these changes to us, okay? And some changes we cannot get them back. So what are such sort of changes? All these we will be studying. Also we'll be discussing related to the uses of these changes. So could there be other ways to bring a change? There are many tools used. Okay, we are using a large number of tools. Have you ever seen how the iron blade of these tools is fixed to a wooden handle? Okay, so in the picture you can see a large number of tools, right? We use them in the garden, right? And at homes also you can see this. So have you ever seen how the iron blade of these tools, how it is fixed to a wooden handle? So the iron blades of these tools, they are having a ring. So if you see it individually, you can see all these iron blades, they are having a ring. Normally the ring is smaller than the wooden handle. You can see the ring is small and the wooden handle is a bigger one. To fix the handle, the ring is heated. So what is done? If you want to fix this ring inside the handle, you have to heat it. So it is heated. Okay. So heating makes the ring slightly larger in size. So because of heating, what is happening? The size of this ring, it is increasing. And this is called as expansion. Okay. But when again we are cooling it, the ring comes to its original size. So this is called as contraction. And this is the way in which larger handle, they are fitted to smaller holes. Okay, smaller holes, they are fitted in large handles, right? Expansion and contraction is the process of fitting of these metal rods, okay, inside the wooden handles. So let us continue further. So if you see, similarly, fixing of the metal rim on wooden wheel of a cart. Okay, how this, there is a rim, metal rim. You can see at the center there is a metal rim at the sides, right? Black color, you can see it's the metal rim. So how you can fix this metal rim on wooden wheel of a cart, right? Wooden wheel, remaining part is the wooden wheel. So how it can be fixed? So what is done? The rim is heated to expand. Okay, what happens? The rim is heated and it expands. And this makes the rim to fit in the wooden wheel. So you can see the rim, it is heated. Okay, and once it is heated, it is fixed in the wooden wheel. Then water is poured over the rim to contract. And so in this way, the rim is fitted inside the wheel. Otherwise the wheel will be very easily destroyed. So this way the rim is fixed, right? When we heat water in a pan, it boils. Later what happens? The quantity of water, it gets reduced. Okay. And the water, what happens to the water? The water will change into vapor, right? So this water on cooling, it changes back to water. Similarly, what happens with ice? Ice will also melt, and on cooling, the water freezes to form solid ice, right? So heating and cooling. Heating, expands, and cooling contracts. So the process of heat, it causes expansion, and the process of cooling, it causes contraction. Okay, so this is what we need to remember. Two important concepts, expansion and contraction. So in activity 7, you have to take a small candle and you have to measure its length with a scale. Now you have to fix it at a suitable place and you have to light the candle. Okay, let it be burned for some time. Now you have to blow out the candle and measure the length of the candle again. Okay, what you have to do, you have to take a candle, you have to take the length of the candle with a scale, then you have to light it. And then what you have to do, you have to burn it for some time, then you have to blow the candle. Okay, then what you have to do, you have to measure its length again. Now, can the change in this length be reversed? Can the change in the length of this candle be reversed? Can we get the original length of the candle? No, it is not possible. We cannot get the original material. Right? Now, you have to repeat this activity with an incense stick. Okay. So, wait till it burns completely. When the stick burns, what happens? It burns and produces some new material. And there are ash and these new materials. Can you get the original incense stick back? No, once it's burned, you cannot get the original incense stick back to its original shape and size. So changes from 7, okay, activity 7. You cannot get the material back, okay, once it's burnt or once it is completely destroyed. Okay, so another activity, that is making of curd. You can see this activity in your home. So what is done? Milk is stirred and it is kept aside. Okay, and little bit of curd it is poured. So it is set aside in a warm place. Okay, and after sometimes, after a few hours, when you see what happened, the milk changes to curd. What is done? A small quantity of curd is added to warm milk and the milk is stirred and it is set aside for a few hours. Few hours, the milk will change into curd. Okay, curd is added to this milk and this milk is stirred and set aside. And what happened, in a warm place this is kept, and in this the milk changes to curd. Once the milk is changed into curd, can you get the milk back? No, it is not possible. Okay, so this change cannot be reversed. It is not reversible change. Next, so we can conclude or we can say from this that changes in substances are of two types. Some changes, they can be reversed and some changes that cannot be reversed, right? So changes can be reversed also, they cannot be reversed also. So today we studied some important points like changes. Okay. In changes we studied what is contraction. What is expansion? Expansion means what? When we heat the material, its size increases. This is expansion. Contraction means when we cool the material, its size reduces. Then we studied what is evaporation, what is melting. So what is evaporation? On boiling, the water changes to vapor, and on cooling, the water vapor changes back to water, right? So evaporation is a process by which water changes to its vapor. Melting, in the case of ice. Ice, what happens if you keep the ice outside? After some time you can see that the ice changes into water. This is called as melting. So these are the points that we discussed today. Changes. We studied what are changes. We studied what is contraction. We studied what is expansion. We studied what is evaporation. And we studied what is melting. The whole of this chapter we studied two kinds of changes. Reversible changes and some changes which cannot be reversed. Okay, such changes we call irreversible changes. So reversible changes and irreversible changes is what we have studied in this chapter. I hope all of you understood the chapter, and this chapter is very clear to you. You can read the lesson very well and then attend the online class. Okay, thank you all of you. Thank you very much. Waiting for the online class.